Welcome to our lesson 3, Minerals and Rocks. In our previous lesson, we introduced igneous rocks. What are these igneous rocks? We gave examples and also we summarized some of the characteristics. And today, we're going to look at something new, which is actually the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are the layered rocks which are formed as a result of weathering, erosion, and final deposition of these sediments by water or ice, either inland or in the sea. So this process is called sedimentation. Sedimentary rocks are classified into three: mechanically formed sedimentary rocks, chemically formed sedimentary rocks, and organically formed sedimentary rocks. You can use the formula MCO. So let's begin by looking at the mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. What are these mechanically formed sedimentary rocks? These are the rocks which are formed as a result of compaction, and cementation of these sediments in the sea. And earlier on we said these sediments will have to be moved by either ice or water. And then they are deposited either in water or on the land. So the ones which are deposited in the water and they are compacted are known as the mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. So these mechanically formed sedimentary rocks are classified into three also. The first one is what we call the rudiceous rocks. These rudiceous rocks are coarse-grained, and examples of these rocks are boulder clay. Another category of mechanically formed sedimentary rocks are argillaceous rocks. Argillaceous are fine-grained, and examples include claystone and mudstone. And the other one is arenaceous rocks. Arenaceous rocks are sandy in texture. They're normally sandy particles, and examples of these ones are sandstone. So we are done with the mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. So normally when you say mechanically, talk about the compaction and talk about the cementation of the sediments. Where? In the water. These sediments already had been laid down through erosion. So we look at the chemically formed sedimentary rocks. What are these chemically formed sedimentary rocks? When we talk about the chemically formed sedimentary rocks, we start first by looking at the word chemical. Chemically is derived from chemical. So when we say chemically, we mean things which have undergone the chemical process. So these are the rocks which are formed as a result of precipitation of minerals by various chemical reactions. So when a mineral and a certain chemical react together, they form these chemically formed sedimentary rocks. And they're classified into four. The first one is the carbonates. What are these carbonates? These actually are the sedimentary rocks which are formed from carbonates compound. And then we have also sulfates. Sulfates are formed from sulfate compounds or the evaporates, which are formed by the evaporation of these sulfates. And then we have the silicates. Silicates now are formed when silica in the seawater is deposited on the seawater, and then followed by the accumulation and compaction. And then we have the last category, which is the iron stones. These are formed as a result of deposition of the iron oxide in water, followed by compression. So we are done with the chemically formed sedimentary rocks. So it's very important for you to know the various categories of these rocks: carbonates, sulfates, silicates, iron stones. For example, the carbonates you're seeing is derived from carbon. Then sulfates, sulfate compounds, we have silicates, silica. Then you have the iron stones is derived from iron oxides. So let's look at the organically formed sedimentary rocks. What are these organically formed sedimentary rocks? These are the rocks which are formed from the accumulation of the dead organisms or the organic material either derived from the dead plants or dead animals. So these ones are classified further into calcareous rocks, which are formed